Hello and welcome to Little Woolly Things. My name is Wendelica and I am the maker behind everything at littlewoollythings.com. I am coming to you from Oregon along the majestic Umpqua River, in case you are wondering. I have a lot of stuff to show you today. This, I think, is going to be my one and only podcast for December. Life gets extra busy this time of year, and I just don't see myself doing a whole lot of extra podcasting. I just don't have time to do Vlogmas or anything like that. Although I did do a few little snippets of some video while we were out and about yesterday and the day before, so I will show that to you right here. Okay, so this is the Caval cardigan. And this pattern is in Interweave Knits. I think it's their fall issue. Maybe it's their first winter. I don't remember. Anyway, this pattern, you can see I don't have my ends woven in or anything yet. I have one side seamed up here, and the other side still needs to be seamed, along with the sleeve. But this sleeve is all done over here, all seamed up and ready to go. Just gotta finish in those loose ends. I need to take the pocket edging and stitch it up here. These are really cool pockets. They are knitted as a separate piece. Well, kind of. Anyway, it hangs separately from the body. And has this cool little flappy bit that I just need to sew up along the sides, both sides. And then those will be nice. One thing that I really loved about this pattern is the one row buttonhole technique here. It was really fun to work. I've never done this type of a buttonhole before, but I love the way it's worked into the striping that goes up the front of the cardigan and around the neck. It does have some short row shaping in the collar here. So I think it's going to be really comfy cozy to wear. And I hope she will like it. I worked this in, it was a Valley Yarns brand. I don't remember what the actual name of this yarn is, but I will try and remember to find my ball bands and post that underneath the video. But these colors are very, very close to the colors that were photographed for the magazine. And when Elena was flipping through my magazine when I first got it, she really fell in love with this cardigan. And I think it was because of the colors that she loved it so much. So I tried really hard to match them, and I came pretty close. I hope she'll like it. I think she will. Anyway, back to the rest of the podcast. So here I am getting ready to roast some coffee. I normally roast about enough to last a week or so in our household. And my husband gave me this subtle hint this morning by setting our coffee jar right at the edge of the counter where I wouldn't miss it. Usually I don't let it completely run out before I start a new batch. But life has been crazy lately. We do lots of music lessons in town and orchestra rehearsals and things. And with Christmas programs coming up, we have extra rehearsals. And things have been kind of, more busy than usual. So I have not been keeping up with the coffee the way that I should. And that's bad. I can't let that happen. So anyway, I am getting ready to roast coffee. I have a bag of green coffee beans over here. I will show you. Here it is. My green coffee beans. Da-da-da! They will soon turn into some lovely roasted coffee. It will make my whole house smell wonderful. And right now I'm going to weigh them out. Make sure that I have the right amount for my roaster. So, doing this one-handed, holding onto the phone, is kind of a challenge. Let's see what I got here. Here's my batch. Let's see if it's close to a pound.
Oh, kind of, sort of. Anyway, I would keep the video rolling while doing this, except that I use an app on my phone to keep track of all of my roasts, and I can't use that app and video at the same time. But anyway, I just thought I would get on here and show you what I'm doing, and maybe I will show it to you while the beans are cooling or something. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back in a few. So here I am waiting for my roaster to preheat. And I just thought I would show you what I have set up. These are my colanders that I use to cool the beans with. I have to have them right here next to where I'm roasting so that as soon as I reach the point that I'm shooting for in the roast, I can get the beans off the heat and start tossing them back and forth between these colanders to cool them. Ideally, you want your beans to cool down to about room temperature within about 4 minutes. So here's my book that I keep track of everything in, and my spring scale I've had for years and years and years and years. Here's my batch of beans that's going to go in the roaster. This is my Whirly Pop popcorn popper that I sit inside a cast iron pan on my stove to give it a little more insulation on the bottom, just to help control the heat distribution and even it out. And I've got, if you look over here, I've got a little cord going down in there. There's a thermometer sitting inside here. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it right down there. Kind of right in the middle next to the shaft that turns the crank. Dun, da, da. So I'm going to close that lid again so that it will continue to preheat. And then I will get my beans in there as soon as possible. Oh, shoot. I wasn't recording. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're on our way out the door. Going to music lessons. And yeah, this is the second time I recorded this because I was holding my finger down on the little record button, not, like hitting it and letting go like I was supposed to. You can see how often I do this. Anyway, yeah, I've been trying to record a podcast for like the last week. There's Justin getting his stuff in the car. And it's just not happening very, very well this week because we've been super busy. But I thought maybe we would do something a little bit more vlog style for this podcast. So we are getting ready to go. We're actually like 5 minutes late, so I'm going to stop recording right now. We're going to get in the car and go to music lessons.
My guitar is fret.
Struts.
My guitar.
I'm confused. Because if it had frets, you couldn't do that.
So are you ready to see some yarn and stuff? I've got lots of things to show you. I'm going to start with some of my yarn wishes. This year's Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted was a lot of fun. I got to grant a few wishes, and it's a lot of, I really enjoy being somebody's yarn fairy. So this year I just couldn't think of anything that I really thought would be appropriate to put out there as a yarn wish. But I asked people to, if they could find it in their hearts to share a skein of yarn with me from their favorite indie yarn dyers so that I can show it off here on the podcast and give everybody else a little taste of what is available out there and maybe boost another small business. I appreciate it whenever anyone gives me a shout out, so I thought it would be nice if I could do that for some other makers. So let's start right off with yarn wishes. The first one is yarn from Fearless Feet Yarn Co. I think that's Fearless Fiber Co. Sorry, I got that wrong, Ruth. I'll put your business name right here. And sorry about the crinkling. I waited for the podcast to open all of this up because I wanted to be as excited as you all are to see it. So this is from Ruth, who is Fearless Fiber Co. And this is her Sugar Plum Circus yarn. It is smooth sock based, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards to 100 grams, and this colorway is called Funhouse. And wow, what a fun colorway. I love it. Ruth, I am going to be so excited to work something up in this yarn. It's going to be just amazing. My life has been joined by a lot of pink tones lately, so I see the pinks in here with some beautiful mustardy gold tones. I think this is going to match some of the things that I've got really, really nicely. So thank you so much for this beautiful skein of yarn. And what else do I have from Yarn Wishes? I have this one from Rosalba, and I didn't open it. She gift wrapped it inside the package, and I wanted to wait to open this with you guys. So it is in this very cute angel wrapping paper. Let's see what's inside. What did you send me, Rosalba? Let's see. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. Take this out of the bag so I can show it to you. I have a skein of yarn and a mini skein in these beautiful purpley, not quite mauve, like a dusty purpley gray color. I guess that sounds like mauve, but it doesn't seem to me to be quite mauve-ish. This is Glam Yarns, G-L-A-M-B, and it is Mary Yak. Oh my gosh. Rosalba, you sent me yak fiber yarn? Thank you. It is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon. It is a three-ply fingering weight, 437 yards, 400 meters to 100 grams. And this colorway is called Minky. Ooh, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play with this. So you guys, go check out Glam Yarns. Let's see, is Glam on Etsy? Yes, etsy.com/shop/Glam Yarns. I'll put the URL right here for you, and it should be in my show notes also. Ooh, this is going to be fun to play with. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else do I have for Yarn Wishes? I have some things that I purchased. I have some things that were gifted to me, and I think I'll show you this one next. This is fun. I'm just going to go through the stack and pick things up as I come to them. How's that sound? All right, this one I actually won in a giveaway. It is a beautiful ceramic handmade clay ornament, And this is from, let me get the little thing open here, Stone Cottage Pottery. So this is by Patty of Stone Cottage Pottery, and she is on Pinterest, she is on Instagram and Facebook. Isn't that pretty? It has a little bell on it, so it jingles. And you definitely need to check out Patty's shop, Stone Cottage Pottery, and see all of the gorgeous handmade pottery things that she makes. I love handmade clay items so much. All right, let's see here. Oh, I won another giveaway here, and I will show this to you, from Webb's Yarn Shop in Massachusetts. Their website is yarn.com. And let me show you what I won. There was a beautiful soap dish here, nice wooden soap dish. And it came with 2 of Brianna's handmade soap. This one is oatmeal agave, and the other one is green tea and lemongrass. It sounds wonderful. Oh, it smells wonderful. That's going to be fun. I also love handmade soaps. My mom makes handmade soaps also, and so I really do appreciate all of the work that goes into those and the attention to detail. I made a batch of soap one time and I enjoyed the process, but it's a lot of work, and I had to come to the conclusion that I cannot do all of the things. Even though technically I can do them, I don't have time to do all of them. So I appreciate other makers taking their time to do the things that they really love and specialize in. There's also a tiny little kit for this project, which is the Pioneer Cuff, designed by Laura Nelkin, and it says Gravity on the back, so I think that is maybe the colorway of the yarn. It also has some beads included in the little kit. This is really cute. So this is 15 yards of Anzula Cloud light fingering weight, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It also includes 60 size 8 glass seed beads, some crystal beads, some snap clasps, some floss for placing the beads, and a floss threader. Wow, there's all kinds of stuff in here. That's going to be a really fun project. It looks like it will be quick and easy, well, but not as easy as just, you know, knitting a little cuff in garter stitch or something. It's got some lace and it's got those beads in there, so that's going to be kind of cool. That will be an enjoyable, relaxing kind of project, I think. Okay, they also included a measuring tape. Yep, measuring tape says Webb's on it. Yarn.com. And a project bag, little drawstring bag here, which is by Della Q. Fun. I think I'm going to put all of this stuff here in this beautiful little bag. Oh, didn't notice before, there's a tiny little pocket inside the big bag. Fun. All right, and there's more. Wow. Okay, this is the Migra Mitts, I'm not sure how you say that, also designed by Laura Nelkin. Comes in this cute little tube, and that's also a beaded fingerless glove mitt pattern. It comes with the little beads there. I don't know if it'll focus on that. Beads, mitts. So, another fun project. Yay! Thank you so much, Webb's. That's super exciting, and I am really looking forward to working on that. Okay. You know, I knew I had a lot of stuff accumulated for the podcast for this month, but I didn't realize I had quite so much. So this might be a longer podcast than I normally do. Yay! All right, so let's go to some things that I purchased. This one, oh, I have this, I gotta tell you, I have a personal rule. If I have purchased something that I want to show off for the podcast, I don't use it until I have actually shown it. So that's another reason why I was kind of anxious to get this episode recorded, because I got some stuff that I really want to use here. This is from 3 by the Sea Designs. And I believe she also has an Etsy shop. So I'm just opening this for the first time, because when I received it, I just threw it in my podcast bag and then didn't touch it. So yes, 3 by the Sea Designs. Here is her business card. Here's the front of it. Let me flip it around. Ooh, I dropped it. Whoops. Pardon me. Okay. So here is the back that actually has her contact information on it. Will it focus? There it is. Okay, so Etsy.com, yes, 3 by the Sea Designs. She is also on Instagram. I think that's how I found her. And this is Kim, I think. No, this is the 3 makers here. Drema, Rebecca, and Kim. And they are in Florida. So they included a cute little Christmas tea bag. I can't wait to try that. Even though I am a coffee addict, I do also enjoy tea. So they included a little pin to go on my project bag. And it says "Stashing Through the Snow" with a Santa Claus mustache on it. Okay, but this is what I actually purchased. And this is so cool. I just love it. It is we have a star here, Progress Keeper. And it's on a lobster clasp, a largish lobster clasp. And each of these little stitch markers, well, they're all Progress Keepers, I think. Yes, they're all Progress Keepers. These are all the figures from the Christmas Story. So this is like an Advent kit of stitch markers. And I will get a little closer and show you, because they're so pretty. They're very sparkly. Come on, camera focus. Here we go. We have a wise man. We have just a cute beaded piece. We have an angel. And there's little baby Jesus right there. And more beads and beads. And I think this might be Mary here. If she'll turn around and show her face. She's a little shy. There we go. There's Mary. Oh, this must be Joseph, or maybe he's a shepherd. We got a sheep. Yeah, gotta have a sheep. So this is super fun, and I cannot wait to play with these and dress up my gift knitting projects with these cute little markers. All right, now I can use them because I've shown them off on the podcast. Okay, next I'm going to show you these items that I purchased from the Clever Clove. The Clever Clove is, I don't think this is an Etsy shop, is it? No, this is a standalone website. It is, if I can read it, www.thecleverclove.com. Okay, so she had a pin sale recently, and these ones were the ones that really spoke to me. This one says, "Never judge a book by its movie." Good thing to remember. This one is The Wardrobe from the Chronicles of Narnia. One of my favorite series. I read that over and over and over to the kids. They're probably sick of it, but I love it every time. And then, of course, I could not resist this one, which says, Fueled by Coffee. Yay! All right. She included a couple of little thank you cards. And I love the way she puts this. I probably have mentioned this on the podcast before, but it says on the back of her card, "You're the best. Thank you for making my dream job come true. Heidi." And you know, those of us who are makers, putting our stuff out there for the world to see, we do love our jobs. And it is such a blessing to be able to spend your time doing what you love. So I really appreciate that. Okie dokie. Now, moving right along. Let's see. Pardon me while I get up and down and shuffle things around. My table next to me is pretty full of stuff. I also purchased this yarn from Swoon Fibers, and Swoon Fibers is on Etsy. I bought 2 of these sock sets because I want to make myself a pair of knitted leggings. And this is the Peyton Sock and Peyton Sock Mini, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, so it's a pretty common, you know, sock yarn. This is in the colorway Lime and Mermaid Tails. So, blues, greens, these are really my colors here. There's also a little hint of like a cocoa color in there. And some little speckles. It's just, I really, really like yarn that has subtle speckles to it. So that's going to be super fun to play with. I cannot wait to dig into that project. Definitely check out Swoon Fibers if you're looking for some wonderful, luxurious, and beautiful yarn. Okay, now to go to something that's a little bit more big box. I ordered this from Michael's website, and I had seen an ad on Instagram for these little mini skein kits from Loops and Threads yarn, and I went to my local Michael's store. They did not carry it in the store, so I got on the website and discovered that it is an online order only item. But I was really curious about it, so I decided to go ahead and order it. And it is 4 little mini skeins here, 243 yards, 222 meters, and it totals 100 grams altogether. This is a 100% acrylic yarn, and this is just their blue colorway. But I really thought it was fun to have this little gradient kit, and when you're gift knitting, I think it's not a bad thing to use acrylic yarn that can go in the washer and you don't have to worry about something you spent hours and hours working on being destroyed because somebody didn't know how to take care of it. So acrylic yarns do have their place in my world. But the colors are just so nice, and this would make such a fun hat, I think. So I bought a couple of these, and yes, they're both the same colorway, so I won't show you both of them. But that is going to be all kinds of fun. I actually have broken into one of the sets to make some knitted stars with, and they turned out really, really kind of pretty. They have a little bit of a sheen to them, so I thought it would work really well for the stars that I've been working on. And I will show those off to you guys eventually, but I'm not quite ready to show them right now. Okay, so, oh, the other thing I bought. The other thing, like there isn't anything else. One of the things that I bought, I have not even opened this package, but I can smell it. This is from Tuft Woolens. I have heard so many good things about their soaps and lotions and lip balms and all the beautiful things that they make. and I have never purchased any before. So this is Tuft Woolen Sock Soap, and it is, which scent is this? I got 2 different scents. Where does it say on the bar? Oh. I don't know. But it smells good. I am a little confused. Oh, here it is. Okay, you just gotta read the whole label. This is espresso vanilla. Okay? Espresso vanilla. Yeah, that smells really wonderful. And then the other one that I got is Campfire S'mores. Can you tell I like food scents? Yeah. My knits from now on are going to smell like s'mores and coffee. Yeah, check out Tuft Woolens. They make some awesome stuff, and I am hoping to experience more of their awesome stuff in the future. Okie dokie. So, I wanted to tell you about our local art and wine festival that we had in Elkton, Oregon, just this last weekend. It was really fun. We got out and got to visit with some other members of the community we bumped into, all of the wineries, and our local Elkton Community Education Center, along with the Masonic Lodge, all had stuff going on. There were crafters booths, there was wine tasting, there were deals going on at the local restaurants, and so it was just a really fun chance to get out and talk with your neighbors and buy some Christmas gifts and just see all of the beautiful handmade things. So I did purchase a few things, one of which I am going to show you. This is from The Jeweled Quail, and she is on Instagram, and I believe she does have an Etsy shop also. But I bought this gorgeous shawl pin, and this is made with hammered copper wire and amethyst. And this little thing here slips out, so you put it on your shawl and stick the pin through. And it's just such a clever design, I think, because you stick this pin through here, and then there's a loop in the top in the pin that slips back and holds it in place, so it locks it and it can't slip out on you. It's just such a clever design. I love it. And Lacey, I am going to wear this like crazy because it's just so perfect. So thank you. Go check out The Jeweled Quail. Now I'm going to talk about the one and only Advent swap that I have joined in on this year. This one was such a cool idea. It was organized by Sarah of Sarah Craft Yarn, and the idea was to wrap up some mini skeins out of our own stash and then ship them to somebody else who would then ship, a package of wrapped up mini skeins to somebody else, so that everybody is giving to one person and receiving from another person. And so I haven't opened this box yet. Well, I sort of opened the top and I peeked in, and that's all that I've seen so far. But here is the grand unveiling of the Advent swap. It says something on the bag. It says, "Dear Santa, define good." Okay, so that's fun. Let's see what's inside. Oh, there's a cute little... It's personalized! It says the Kleins on it. Oh, how fun! So there's a cute little ornament. There is, the roastery. Air roasted coffee holiday blend. I'll try that, definitely. Okay, this one is a Kansas City blend from the same company. And, oh my goodness, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to open these one at a time. They are not numbered or anything. So there's a cute package, and here's a cute package. I wonder if I should start opening one each day starting on December 13th. Look at that cute little bag. How am I going to resist opening this? It's not wrapped. Oh, wow. So I've got all these little bags. I think these are my mini skeins all wound up here. And then this would be the full-size skein for Christmas Day. How fun. Okay, I might have to do a little bit of vlogging as I open these. I'll at least post it on Instagram what is in each package. This is so fun. Okay, I'm excited. But the ornament is going to go up with the rest of our ornaments. I'm not going to just hold on to that. It's going to get put up right away. And the coffee will get sampled quite soon. Yes. Oh, that is so much fun. Thank you so much to my swap partner. Her Ravelry name is Cashmere Wishes, just in case anyone is curious. And big thank you to Sarah of Sarah Craft Yarns for organizing the swap. It's great to share what you've got with somebody else and not have to break your budget when you're trying to do gift shopping for your family and things like that. So it's really fun to be a part of a swap or an advent set and to not have to spend so much money. It's just a great win-win, win all around. Okay, so are you ready to see some actual knitting? I have been working on projects because it is that time of year. Let me show you first a test knit that I did for Artisanitarium Designs. This is the Sprout Sock pattern, and it has been released, so you can check that out on Ravelry. I just loved the cable design on this leg here. It's on the front and the back and down the foot. So it's done on a reverse stockinette with these gorgeous cables. Super fun. And it actually was not as difficult as it appears. If you know how to do cables, you will just whip along through that really quickly. If you're new to cables, just take it slowly and study the charts, and you'll get it. Be adventurous in your knitting. Okay, so the other things that I have finished. This is the Daisy Beanie. And I showed off a kit for this that I won a while back. It was a few months ago. I finally got around to actually knitting the beanie. So it's just a really big chunky yarn. And I will put all of the yarn information down below or at the bottom of the screen because I don't remember. And I didn't take really great notes this time. But at least I'm getting my podcast recorded. So here we go. Okay, now this one, these hats I have made for my grandkids. Isn't that pretty? This is from Interweave Knits magazine, and it is called, what is it called? I actually made a note of that. Let me look it up real quick. Firefall Toque. I just really love traveling stitches. Seriously love traveling stitches. And so when I saw this in Interweave Knits, I had to work it up because it's just so gorgeous. And I found this sparkly yarn at my local yarn shop that is Naughty Lady Yarns in Roseburg, Oregon. And it really has wonderful stitch definition. This is an acrylic yarn with sparkle, but look at that. Those stitches just pop right out there and look fantastic. Super happy with that. And then this was the first one that I made for my grandson. He does not get the sparkles, but I don't think he will mind. Super, super pleased with that. These took a little bit longer, well, quite a bit longer than the Daisy Beanie. If you're running out of time and you want a quick hat project, go for the chunky yarn and the simple pattern. But I did have a lot of fun making those. I also finally knitted up my Oh Gnome You Didn't kit, and that is a pattern by Sarah Shira of Imagine Landscapes. And here's my little gnome. Isn't she cute? Her little hands go in her little pockets. And she has little tiny little hands. And little tassels on her hat. Cute little button nose. Boop. So this is the first of her little gnome designs that I have knitted up. I'm really tempted to download the rest of them. She's got a few different gnome designs, and they all have different hats, and most of them have beards. This one is a girl gnome. She doesn't have a beard, but she has the scarf instead. And the kit that I have for this actually I think has enough yarn in it to make at least 2 of these gnomes, maybe even 3. And even without buying the kit, if you just download the pattern, this is a great stash buster, and these are so stinking cute. So there's the beginning of my gnome collection. All right, what else do I have to show you guys? I do have one whip that I can show you. I have one that I'm not going to show you at this moment, but here is the one that I am working on. This is another hat. This is my year of the hat. Everybody's getting hats. This is a pattern by Bristol Ivy, and it is called Rhyme. So there's the picture. Isn't that gorgeous? This is brioche stitch. So it's thick and squishy and stretchy, and it has this gorgeous, it's like an alternating flower pattern in it. I think I messed up the design just a little bit in the first row of the flowers down in here, but I don't think it's noticeable, so I'm not going to rip it out or anything. I'm almost through with the second row of the flowers. It's got an interesting, what she calls a dip stitch technique, where you bring your needle tip through one of the previous stitches from like 3 or 4 rounds down, and then you pull the stitch up from the back side. So if you look on the inside, there's also a bit of a flower pattern there, but it doesn't stand out the same way as it does on the right side. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. This one definitely is a slower process sort of pattern, because brioche stitch takes, 2 rows around to make a single round, and then you're taking the time to do those little dip stitches that lay across the surface. But it is super cool, and I just learned how to brioche stitch with my Stephen West knit along pattern. I did the Starflake mystery knit along, which I did talk about on previous episodes, so if you haven't seen it, you could go back and look at it. So anyway, I learned how to do a basic brioche stitch with that project, and then decided, hey, I know how to brioche. Let's learn how to do some of these more advanced brioche techniques, because it's so fun. It's very rhythmic and not as difficult as it appears. So kind of like the cables. I really like to work on projects that make people go, wow, how did you do that? But it's really not that difficult. anytime you can whip through something easily and wow people, I think is fun. Okie dokie. So let's see, what else do I need to talk to you about? Oh, Ruth, who sent me the yarn over here. Ruth, what is your yarn company? It's this one. It was the Sugar Plum Circus yarn. Ruth also has a podcast, so I wanted to mention her podcast to you. It is called Coffee, Yarn, and Dinosaurs. So go check out Coffee, Yarn, and Dinosaurs. And as long as you're checking out new podcasts, also check out Amy's podcast, Happy Little Yarn. She podcasts about knitting from Georgia. So, she's also doing a Vlogmas. So if you want to see what she's up to, she's putting shorter little snippets up every day in December. And Gigi Made It is also doing Vlogmas. So if you like to hang out with people and listen to them talk about their knitting projects while you're working on your own, that is fun. I don't have time to do Vlogmas, but I do appreciate that other people do. So it's kind of interesting to get a little peek into everyone's daily lives and the things that they keep them occupied, you know, and busy and interested in the things that they're doing every day. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling now. But I did show off a lot of things this episode. I don't always have the opportunity to do that. I should be receiving some more yarns from Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. So as those arrive, I will feature them on the podcast. And hopefully we can all discover some new dyers and maybe purchase some of their yarns and help them, you know, have a reason to do a little happy dance every day. So anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and if you enjoyed what you saw on the podcast, hit the like button, subscribe, you know, all the things, and I will talk to you again in the new year. So enjoy your crafting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.